Hey, what's with this pathetic meal? This is why I hate coming to your modest family home. Here we go again. This woman, as usual, looks down on my husband and me with disdain. Seriously, I've come all the way here to visit my family home. And you could at least say, thank you for coming, and maybe offer something fancy like top-grade beef, right? Oh, but of course, you guys. Being modest florists, probably have never even tasted such a thing. Ashley, that's way too much. Can you please take back everything you just said? As I say this, Ashley, our eldest son's wife, becomes infuriated. Huh? Who do you think you are to talk like that? You should remember your place. You're only able to supply flowers to our company out of Brandon's pity. And just so you know, if I wanted, I could cancel that contract in a heartbeat. I couldn't help but sigh. Until now, I've been patient because she is our precious son's wife, but I've reached my limit. Ashley, if you feel that strongly, why don't you go ahead and cancel that contract? It might clear the air for both of us. Oh, really? You're saying that? Don't come crying to me later when you regret it. With that, Ashley stormed out of our house with great bluster. I wonder what will happen now. But I'm not worried about us. I'm more concerned about what will become of Ashley. After all, she's the one who will end up regretting and coming back to us. My name is Margaret. I'm 65 and run a small flower shop with my husband. Although most shops buy flowers from specialized markets, we cultivate flowers on the farmland that has been in my husband's family for generations and sell them in our own store. It's hard work, but being able to sell what we've grown ourselves makes it enjoyable. Lately, we even have customers who contact us from afar, saying they can only find certain flowers at our shop. It's moments like these that make me truly grateful for our business. We have a son we're very proud of. His name is Brandon. Now 30, he owns a successful company. He started the business after winning a student entrepreneurship contest in college and went on to great success. We contributed to his startup funds, albeit modestly. For us at the time, it wasn't an easy sum to part with, but it was all for the love of our child. Brandon cleverly combined the trending field of AI with our family's horticultural business, riding the wave of the times for a smooth and successful start. Since then, the company has grown significantly, going public and increasing in value, and with Brandon's handsome looks. He's even been featured in magazines as one of the top 10 young entrepreneurs to watch and venture business leaders carrying the future. Every time we hear such news, my husband and I would laugh and say, our son is too good for us. It's like a kite producing an eagle. Those were truly happy times. And we mistakenly thought that happiness would last forever. Everything changed when Brandon brought Ashley home as his fiancée. Dad, Mom, I've brought someone I want you to meet today. Brandon had said this before coming to our house. Hearing those words, my husband and I were overjoyed. Our son Brandon, our pride and joy. He was finally bringing home his fiancée. What kind of woman could have captured the heart of Brandon? Would she be like the ideal woman who reflects a mother's image in a son's eyes, perhaps someone like me? Back then, I was embarrassingly excited. I even considered saving for our future grandchild instead of preparing an attire for the wedding. But after all, he's our only son, our pride and joy. It's only natural to feel that way. So, when Brandon actually arrived with Ashley, it was quite a shock. Ashley, a former magazine reader model, was strikingly flashy, like a TV actress. She carried a bag with a prominent foreign brand logo, wore bracelets, and her clothes seemed more suited for a party. In one word, she was out of place. And most importantly, upon entering our house, she whispered so that Brandon couldn't hear. What is this modest house? It's quite different from what I expected. To think this simple, humble place is his family home. I was stunned by her unmistakable muttering. Yet, I told myself not to judge her by this alone. After all, she was the woman Brandon had chosen. There must be something wonderful about her. With that thought, I redirected myself and led her to the living room. Ashley, formally introduced by Brandon in the living room, was the polar opposite of her earlier muttering, greeting us demurely and politely. It's such a privilege to be in this wonderful home. Brandon's parents are such a fantastic couple. We hope to be as happy as you two are. At that moment, perhaps I was blinded by the fact of Brandon's engagement, so no matter how insincere her words sounded, I convinced myself that it's fine because Brandon chose her and celebrated their union. Ashley, build a happy home with Brandon. Treat this house like your own and feel free to visit anytime. Yes. I'll definitely do that. Margaret, I love you. Soon after, they got formally engaged and then quickly married, but the period leading up to the marriage was too short. Looking back, it was probably all orchestrated by Ashley to not lose her ticket to a better life with Brandon. Because right after getting married, Ashley showed her true colors. Hey, Ashley, isn't it about time you went back to your own house? When I said this, Ashley, lounging on our sofa and engrossed in her cell phone game, retorted. Why should I? You said it yourself, feel at home here. So, I'm just doing as told. It's been like this every day. At the wedding, Ashley had indeed said, I will take care of the house and serve Brandon warm meals every day. I'll show you what a great wife I can be. But the Ashley after that statement was a completely different person, doing nothing at all. She hires cleaners for housekeeping. Most of the food is brought from our house. Cleaning? Why should I do it? Cooking? That's just not my thing. In this day and age, you can pay for everything, why bother doing it yourself? It's not even your money, you know? Shut up. Brandon's my wallet, so it's fine. He's satisfied to be married to a beauty like me. This woman is unbelievable. I keep wondering why Brandon married her, sighing every day. Brandon is currently busy with a new business venture, leaving everything at home to Ashley. Moreover, on the rare occasions he comes home, she hires a housekeeper, pretending she cooked the meals herself. The rest of the time, she's lounging at our place, doing whatever she wants. It's as if I've become her housekeeper. I want to talk to Brandon about this, but as Ashley said, his company is in the midst of launching a crucial new business, leaving him little time. And Brandon himself feels guilty for not being at home and unable to be with Ashley. Recently, he messaged me, Mom, I'm in this situation. So I'm counting on you to look after Ashley. I've told her to use my money freely. That's why Ashley is getting more and more out of control. Can this really be called a marriage? Is Brandon truly happy? I want sushi today. Hey, order some takeout, Margaret. Ashley. Before I could say something, Ashley interrupts me again. Oh, and make sure to order the premium sushi. Sigh. I let out yet another sigh, the count of which I've lost track of. But perhaps if it were just a matter of sighing, things might have been better. Because this woman, Ashley, has finally crossed an unforgivable line. It was during their first summer holiday after getting married. Brandon was busy with work, so only Ashley came to our house. As soon as she arrived, she said, Hey, why don't you sell this house and move into a senior living facility? Then, we can demolish this place, build an apartment building, and make money. I couldn't comprehend what she was saying at first. Ashley continued. The house is modest, but the land is spacious. We could build a sizable apartment complex. You enjoy your life in a senior living facility. And we get rental income. It's a win-win. What are you talking about? Demolishing our house and sending us to a senior living facility. Why do you get to decide that? Shut up. You'll be 70 in a few years, right? Then you'll probably need more support and care. I absolutely refuse to take care of you too. So how about considering a senior living facility now, okay? It's better to plan ahead. I couldn't believe it. To treat her husband's parents like they were disposable, like something from a folktale. And to say, it's better to plan ahead, no less. Is this woman really the same as us? And above all, why did Brandon choose such a woman? My mind raced with these thoughts, and everything seemed to go dark before my eyes. Oblivious to my state, Ashley kept talking. Hey, what's with this unimpressive food? This is why I dislike coming to this modest family home. Here we go again. As usual, this woman condescends to my husband and me. I've bothered to come back to my family home, so at times like this, you should at least say, thank you for coming, and offer something special like top-grade beef, right? Oh, and of course the best quality. You modest florists probably have never even tasted such a thing. As I stood there dumbfounded, my husband silently began to clear the table. Then he quietly said to Ashley, "That's enough. Don't ever come back." His words seemed to wake me up. Indeed, this was no time to be silent. "Ashley, that's way too much. Can you please take back everything you just said?" When I said this, Ashley became infuriated. "Huh? Who do you think you are? You're only able to supply flowers to our company because of Brandon's pity. And just so you know, I could cancel that contract anytime I feel like it. You should know your place." I couldn't help but sigh. I had been patient until now because she was our precious son's wife, but I had reached my limit. Awakened by my husband's words, I no longer had any patience for this woman's talk. "Ashley, if you feel that way, why don't you go ahead and cancel that contract? It might clear the air for both of us." "Oh, you think it's okay to say that? Don't come crying to me later when you regret it." With that, Ashley stormed out of our house with great bluster. I wonder what will happen now. But I'm not worried about us. I'm more concerned about what will become of Ashley. After all, she's the one who will end up regretting and coming back to us. "Brandon. Your parents are being horrible to me." "Ashley. What's going on?" "I have an important meeting with a major shareholder right now. Because your parents are bullying me. I can't take it anymore." "Hey, let's make your parents understand their place. Cancel the flower supply contract with your family florist, for me, Brandon." Ashley's sudden tirade at the company left Brandon flustered. "That's a serious matter, I need to discuss it with the major shareholders. After all, the flowers from our family florist are important." Cutting Brandon off, Ashley continued. "Then I'll talk to this major shareholder. If a beauty like me pleads with tears, any man would agree." Truly, this woman had stopped trying to hide her true nature. It seemed about time for me to intervene. "Ashley, that's not going to work." Ashley was surprised to see me suddenly appear. But this was just the beginning. "Listen, Ashley. The major shareholder of this company is me." "What?" "Yes, it's true. When Brandon was starting this company during his student days, we contributed a significant amount. And when the company grew successfully and went public, we acquired many shares as a return on our early investment. For Brandon, having his parents as major shareholders meant the company was protected from profit-driven buying and selling, a safety measure. Ashley, too bad for you. Your beauty, your tearful pleas, they mean nothing to me. They are as worthless as trash." As I said this, I couldn't help but let out a laugh. "So the major shareholder. That's why the company has been buying those unique flowers from the family florist. That's it. It's profit conveyance. I'll report you to the authorities." She really is a hopeless case. All I could do was sigh. Brandon took over to explain. "What are you talking about? The flowers we grow at home are rare species successfully cultivated only there in the US. The growth of our company is all thanks to the flowers my parents have cultivated." "What? I didn't know that." "Not know? I've told you so many times. You really haven't listened to anything, have you?" Even Brandon seemed astonished. "Well, it's okay. I was lucky to find out today." "Oh, let's just forget about what I said earlier. It was all just a misunderstanding." Ashley tried to backpedal when she realized her position was unfavorable. But for us, a mere misunderstanding wasn't enough. And there was still something I had to say to her. "Ashley, I have a question for you. Did you tell my parents to sell their house and put them in a senior living facility to build an apartment?" Naturally, Ashley couldn't feign innocence in front of me. She hurriedly started making excuses. "Oh, that was my kindness. You're in your 60s, your legs must be weak, right? So I thought you'd be happier in a senior living facility. It wasn't for the apartment." "Really? Trust me, Brandon." Her attempt to manipulate Brandon with tears was too late. Having heard everything from me and witnessed Ashley's true nature, Brandon couldn't be swayed by her insincere pleas anymore. Sigh. "I can't trust you anymore. We're done. Let's get divorced. Faced with the word divorce from Brandon, Ashley seemed to realize there was no escape. Fine. I'll divorce you too. But remember, you're the one who suggested it. I'll demand a hefty alimony. Ashley still seemed to think she could win. Don't think this is over. But those words were more fitting for us. She needed to be taught a lesson. Months later, the divorce between Brandon and Ashley was finalized, with a substantial alimony payment. The payer of the alimony was not Brandon, but Ashley. Because she had been caught cheating. Brandon had suspected her and hired a private detective. The investigation revealed that Ashley was having an affair with a salesman from a major real estate company. Her extravagant credit card spending was mostly for luxuries with her lover. And the detective's report was filled with photos of Ashley visiting lavish hotels with her affair partner. With this irrefutable evidence, Brandon successfully demanded alimony from Ashley. Initially, Ashley boasted, "With my beauty, I'll find a rich man to pay this." But her self-indulgent married life had taken a toll on her once stunning figure. Thus, it's no surprise that she ended up without anyone willing to associate with her. If she had dedicated herself to married life with Brandon, focusing on daily chores like cleaning and shopping, she probably wouldn't have let herself go so much. Thinking about it, this situation is the result of her self-indulgent lifestyle, where she solved everything with money, cooking, laundry, cleaning. All of it. To me, it's a case of just desserts. Since then, Brandon has been saying he'll enjoy being single for a while, relishing his bachelorhood. However, I can't let go of my selfish wish to see my grandchildren soon, so I've been secretly searching for a suitable partner for him. Thanks to this, my legs have grown stronger, and I even got a stamp of approval from my doctor on their robustness. So, it looks like I won't be needing the care of a senior living facility for a while longer. Today, I'm off to a tea party, which is actually a mission to find a potential match for my son, relying on contacts I know.